Let's turn to the big political story of the day. The political war between the centre and the Mahavikas Aghadi government in Maharashtra has now escalated. This time over trains for migrants. First, the Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray claimed that his government was not getting adequate trains to send migrants home. Then the Railways Minister Piyush Goyal hit back on social media site Twitter, saying the centre had 125 trains ready and the state needs to provide a list of passengers. Amidst this war of words, the fact is Maharashtra is the worst hit corona state in the country. Is politics overtaking the corona fight? Take a look.
The coronavirus pandemic and the human tragedy caused by the lockdown have pitched Maharashtra's government and the Narendra Modi government at the centre against each other. The two have crossed swords once again, this time over trains for migrant workers.
80 ट्रेन्स आपण रोज मागतोय, पण 30 ते 40 मिनिटात ट्रेन्स आपली क्षमता आहे. तुम्ही ट्रेन्स आम्हाला द्या. आम्ही आमच्याकडनं सगळ्या ह्या मजुरांची आता आपण नीट व्यवस्था केलेली आहे. त्यांना व्यवस्थित त्यांची नोंदणी करून अत्यंत चांगल्या पद्धतीने आणि ते सुद्धा घरी परत जाताना आपल्या राज्य सरकारचा जय जयकार करत जात आहेत.
Railway Minister Piyush Goyal was quick to hit back. He tweeted, the centre has kept 125 trains ready and all that the state has to do is to provide a list of passengers.
पूरी तरीके से सरकार नाकाम दिख रही है और अपनी नाकामी को छुपाने के लिए हर चीज का ठिकरा केंद्र सरकार पर फोड़ने की ये जो कोशिश है बिल्कुल गलत है. रेल मंत्री और रेल मंत्रालय ने लगातार महाराष्ट्र को मदद की है और मुझे लगता है राजनीति महाराष्ट्र सरकार ने बंद करनी चाहिए.
Earlier, Shiv Sena mouthpiece Samna compared UP CM Yogi Adityanath to Nazi dictator Hitler, alleging that the UP government was not allowing migrants to return. The UP CM hit back, saying other states will need permission from his government if they want migrant workers back. The bitterness between Maharashtra government and the centre was evident on Sunday as well, when the state government opposed domestic flights for a long time before agreeing to 25 incoming flights. Last week, the BJP launched a statewide agitation, Maharashtra Bachao, to corner the state government over its handling of the COVID crisis.
कोणी राजकारण करू नये, अजिबात करू नये. राजकारण जर का सुरू केलं, मग तुम्ही केलं म्हणून आम्ही केलं, तुम्ही केलं तरी आम्ही नाही करणार. फक्त राजकारण म्हणून राजकारण करायचं हे महाराष्ट्राच्या संस्कृतीला शोभेचं नाहीये, अजिबात नाहीये.
Rather than showing up united face at the time of COVID-19 outbreak, the political parties in Maharashtra are continuing their political tussle at the time of COVID-19 outbreak. Politicizing every issue is certainly not sending a right message to those who are suffering because of the pandemic. With Vidya and Kamlesh Sutar, Sahil Joshi in Mumbai for India Today.
Which brings me to my face-off this evening. Is the battle in India's corona-hit state of Maharashtra now becoming a political slugfest? Priyanka Chaturvedi is shortly to be Member of Parliament of the Shiv Sena, spokesperson of the party. She'll be a Rajya Sabha MP. And Syed Zafar Islam, national spokesperson of the BJP. Thank you both very much for joining me. Priyanka Chaturvedi, we heard Uddhav Thackeray claiming that it is the centre which is politicizing it. In return, the centre says the Maharashtra Chief Minister is trying to blame the centre to compensate for his own weaknesses. That the state has failed to tackle corona. You're now blaming Delhi, whether it's on migrant workers, whether it is on issues of hospitals, whether PPE equipment, on every issue the centre is blamed. How do you respond?
No, I would say that these are some ridiculous charges coming from some political parties who are interested in making this more a political slugfest rather than making it a humanitarian cause for everybody to stand firmly behind each other so that we can all get over this pandemic. What is Maharashtra government being accused of? For carrying out the maximum number of tests in the country? For having 20% of the tests that India boasts about coming from Maharashtra? for being absolutely transparent in our records, for being absolutely clear about how isolation is happening, how identification and isolation is happening, for being absolutely clear about our medical reports, by also saying, even keeping people updated on the number of people who have recovered, who have been discharged. Is this why we are being blamed? Is this why we are being accused? Is this why we are being told all the time and politicized all the time? Every single time the Chief Minister has spoken, Maharashtra Chief Minister has spoken, he has repeatedly requested every single political party to not make this political, considering it's a huge humanitarian crisis.
No, he says he's not making it political, but he questions the centre's role as well. He says he's not making it political, but he's questioned the centre's role, said centre's not, for example, providing enough trains.
One second. Questioning the central government, or rather than updating the residents of Maharashtra, I do not see this as politicization. If we are talking about trains, then our migrant laborers, workers are looking at going back home. Though as much as we want, we've been trying to engage them through Manrega, we've been engaging them through small-scale industries which have opened up besides the MMR region and Pune. They have been back to work. Many do want to go back, and if you would know, in the peak summers, people do go back to their home states. So all we are saying is requesting for more support coming from the centre. I do not think it's politicization, or even making the citizens of the state aware that we've only got 1,611 crores from the centre as means of support in this disaster is something we're making the people aware. If we are saying that we haven't got GST due to us from the centre, which is now amounting to over 16,000 crores, we are just creating an awareness. How is it politics? I'll tell you what politics is. That when instead of 105 MLAs, not a single Shramik train was organized by these MLAs. When none of the MP-led funds have gone to the state, y'all have been, y'all are winning from this constituency. Y'all are representing Maharashtra in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, including the railway minister of the country. They represent Maharashtra, but how many of them have contributed their MP-led funds? How many of them have contributed to these Shramik trains to go from Maharashtra? So these are questions. Okay. And when the opposition should be working alongside us, they're carrying out protests all across the state. They have even children below 10 years of age coming and joining these protests. Is this not politicization? I think this is extremely unfortunate when Maharashtra is battling this, where the citizens, the residents and the government is working in a total tune and in alignment, and the health services and the local government. Why is the Bharatiya Janata Party continuing to politicize it?
Let me therefore raise those questions to you, Zafar Islam. Because the fact is, 3 days ago, you all led a Maharashtra Bachao campaign, black band campaign across the state. Is this the time to do it? Is this the time for a union minister of railways? He's a union minister to send tweets till 2 a.m. in the morning attacking the Maharashtra chief minister, claiming that lists have been not given. The fact is Maharashtra is claiming that they haven't got their due under GST, have got less than what is due to them. The fact is that the governor of Maharashtra, who's an ex-BJP person, is constantly making jibes at the Maharashtra government. What is going on? At a moment when Maharashtra needs unity, you want to topple the government or encircle Uddhav Thackeray. Is the charge against you?
Well, let me respond to you, Rajdeep. You asked me what is going on. And I think that is something which everyone needs to understand. Because in Maharashtra, things are really in bad shape. Everyone knows in Maharashtra how everything is being mismanaged. And I can understand that he has no administrative experience, and that is something which is actually making him uncomfortable. And who is suffering? The entire state. The people of the state is suffering. And if you just ask in Mumbai, you are from Mumbai, I am from Mumbai, she is from Mumbai, everyone knows every hospital here. Just ask any hospital here, and you will find the status, and you will find how citizens are struggling here. And if a responsible opposition raise some issues, it is the responsibility of the opposition to safeguard the interests of common man on the street.
No, my point, Mr. Zafar Islam, as opposition, you have every right to raise issues. My point is, you today are saying Maharashtra has failed. Tomorrow someone could say Gujarat, neighboring Gujarat has the worst mortality rate, almost twice that of Maharashtra. Gujarat has just been pulled up, the government, by the High Court of Gujarat. At that stage tomorrow, will any of your central ministers pull up Gujarat? Why is it that the missives are only sent to opposition ruled states? Missives are sent to Punjab, they are sent to Chhattisgarh, they are sent to Maharashtra. You don't send any missive to Karnataka when they mishandled the train issue. You don't send any missive to Uttar Pradesh on the migrant issue. So I want to know, is the central government only targeting opposition states?
That's not correct. That's not correct at all. In fact, we are treating every state equally.
Yes.
And all the support which needs to be given to the state are being given to the state,
Yes.
irrespective whether it's a BJP ruled state or otherwise. Having said that, let me tell you, Rajdeep, which is very, very important issue which I need to tell you on, and the viewer should know, that in Maharashtra, particularly I'm talking about Mumbai and Pune and close by areas like Navi Mumbai, it's in really bad shape. And if the administration is weak purely because somebody has no exposure of or experience of the administration, and because of that people are suffering, then I must, as a responsible opposition parties, talk about it. And who is politicizing the issue? It is not us. Who is politicizing? It is the incumbent chief minister. He is sending through his paper Samna, or he's making a statement which is totally irrelevant statement, or you are actually instigating the central government to make a statement.
So you're saying that the failure, you're saying you are putting the searchlight. Respond to that at the end of the day, more than a third of the cases in the country today are accounted for by Maharashtra. Mumbai is adding more number of COVID cases as compared to any other city except Moscow. At some stage, is the opposition not entitled to focus on, has the chief minister or has the government done enough in this COVID fight?
Okay, now just to give you a couple of examples, because these are reasons why the state government is being under attack constantly by the opposition party of Maharashtra. Again, I repeat, why is that none of the MLAs or MPs have even made an effort to send our migrant workers back home? But that aside, let's leave that aside. Over 16,000 migrant camps, over 6.5 people looked after, 6.5 lakh people looked after, having to go back to their states and returning back to Maharashtra is something that we're concerned about. Talking about inexperience, I would want to know how experienced behavior is this from the opposition at a time when Maharashtra is facing the brunt of COVID crisis. And when you talk about numbers, every time this number is thrown at us, please understand, Gujarat, with a smaller state, is seeing a high mortality rate of over 6%. They have seen scams like the ventilator scam, the N95 mask scam. You've seen what is happening in Ahmedabad Civil Hospital, but I'm not going to get into this because this is not the time and the place for it. We've seen what happened to migrant laborers in Uttar Pradesh. We've seen hundreds of videos where people are not being treated well when they go back. But again, I will go back to Maharashtra. Just because we are testing most, identifying most, and isolating most does not mean that Maharashtra is out of control. Maharashtra is very capable of coping with all the cases that are coming forward, with over 16,000 people having recovered and gone back home, and a mortality rate of less than 3%. I would say this is an absolutely ridiculous charge, politically motivated, coming from the state opposition leaders, because they simply are frustrated that despite every challenge coming our way, we are managing to keep people at the forefront of this entire crisis.
Can I just respond to that,
making
please?
this a humanitarian medical crisis. You're not making it a political crisis, which BJP is desperately trying to do. Not cooperating with us to ensure we get PPE kits, not working along with us to ensure that we have enough ventilators, not working along with us to refund our GST, not working along with us to ensure that we have enough trains. I think this is absolutely ridiculous that they have some audacity to turn around and make charges at us.
The fact is, Syed Zafar Islam, the BJP has never really stomached Uddhav Thackeray's elevation to chief minister. What happened in last year November is still haunting you all, and you are in some way determined to get him out of office. I asked you about the role of the governor. Mr. Koshyari, is it his role to start commenting on the Maharashtra government? Two governors are commenting at the moment. Mr. Dhankar is commenting against the Bengal government of Mamata Banerjee, and you've got Mr. Koshyari commenting about Uddhav Thackeray's leadership. Again, I ask you, is the agenda that opposition ruled states will not be allowed to function in COVID times?
Rajdeep, once again, I will tell you, it is absolutely baseless. The fact that you want basically the governor or the opposition parties to remain merely a spectator and do not comment is something which is expected of the governor or the opposition parties is totally unwarranted and unfair.
Sir, I've just got Narayan Rane, your former leader, has demanded imposition of president's rule in Maharashtra. Your BJP leader has demanded imposition of president's rule. Are you telling me that Maharashtra should have president's rule because it is testing more, and Gujarat, which is testing less with a lower mortality rate, must not even be mentioned? Is this the time for opposition leaders to call for imposition of president's rule?
Well, I'm not advocating the imposition of the president rule. Is something which is the central government will take a call, if at all, but I'm not even commenting on that. But away from that, let me tell you, if you think that a patient is made to sit or sleep with a dead body, if we raise this question, then if we are opposition parties politicizing the issue, then it is for you to really see whether we are doing the right thing or wrong thing. If we are making a quarantine center on our own, as the party worker, our MLA, people's representative, they are making a quarantine center and making people use it. If that is the politicizing the issue, then it is for you to examine it, whether the ruling party is making those kind of statement is correct or not. But let me tell you, what is important, that they are not able to digest that the lack of administrative experience of the chief minister. It's nothing to do whether who has become the chief minister, but he doesn't have the experience. And in today's time like this, you need expertise, you need experience, you need somebody who can navigate efficiently to ensure that all the concerns are getting addressed.
So what are you calling for? Are you saying that the number of cases have increased in Maharashtra because of Uddhav Thackeray's lack of experience? What are you saying? Are you blaming Uddhav Thackeray?
You are aware of the Uttar Pradesh. You
Yes.
know the state well. It's a densely populated state. Yet the chief minister is doing what it needs to be done. And I think you have the differentiating factor between. You yourself can show the mirror to the Maharashtra chief minister how incompetent or competent he is, and vis-a-vis the Uttar Pradesh chief minister, who has densely populated state. Yet the numbers suggest that it is being managed efficiently.
So there are questions, of course, that the numbers are being managed because there is little testing, but I will not go into that. But Priyanka Chaturvedi, the fact is that Mumbai at the moment is at a precipice. It could get much worse and it could just fall over the cliff. To that extent, surely the Maharashtra government also needs to look at itself, and has it done enough? You can't simply say we are testing more. There are certainly issues of overcrowding, of perhaps a lack of preparation at one level on the ground.
Let me just give you an example, Rajdeep, because comparing Mumbai city to, let's say, Moscow right now is actually incorrect. Mumbai's population density, city's density, as compared to any city across the world, is incomparable. It is one of the most populous cities in the world and most densely populated cities in the world. Let me give you an example of Dharavi. Dharavi has managed to bring its doubling number from 3 days in a row to 14 days. These are success stories which we are not being discussing. Now, G South, the Worli model. Again, cases were doubling at 3 days almost, after every 3 days. It has now moved to 21 days. The central government team had come to Mumbai and predicted that by the 16th of May, we are going to see cases above 1.5 lakh, between 1 to 1.5 lakh. We have managed to control that. Please, we are open to ideas, we are open to suggestions. But this kind of finger pointing and politicking is absolutely unacceptable even to the Mumbaikars, because they're watching how badly Bharatiya Janata Party as an opposition has been behaving. Now, with regards to preparing the city, let me tell you, there are enough and more beds that have been created since April onwards. Let me also tell you, we had reached a mortality rate of as high as 7%. We brought it down to 3%. So these are stories that we are talking about. If Bharatiya Janata Party continues to want to, politicize everything, they are free to do that. But people of the city are judging them, and judging them very clearly because they know the government has been very transparent, whether it's with number sharing and with understanding the amount of migrant population that we have here, the amount of air travelers who came into this city, and how the virus has managed to be contained despite it being one of the most populous city in the world.
I'm going to ask you one final question therefore, Zafar Islam, and it's a simple question. Does the BJP government have different rules at the center? The government at the center have different rules for opposition states and for BJP ruled states. Are there different rules?
Not at all. a prime minister, when
Show
he
me
convenes a meeting.
one missive that you have sent a BJP ruled state. Has Madhya Pradesh performed admirably? It hasn't. But you've sent no missives to Madhya Pradesh. Has Gujarat, the Prime Minister's home state, performed admirably? No. Have you sent one missive to Gujarat? No. Why are the missives only coming to Maharashtra or Bengal?
Let me ask you, let me pose this question to you and the viewers. Let them decide. When the Honorable Prime Minister convenes a meeting of the Chief Ministers, does he take side of any Chief Minister? Or he allows every Chief Minister to speak and the platform is for everyone to see? And everyone has to make a suggestion. But
So the suggestions are made, the decisions are taken in Delhi. That's the problem. That's only a face saver.
That's not true. In fact, even the airlines issue, what had happened today, and a lot of people are talking about the cancellation, it is primarily because of the state government's inefficiencies. Because when the discussion had happened at that earlier, that time they all indicated yes, it can be resumed.
The state government sources say that they were told that it would start on June 1st. It was preempted by the center. My limited point is, and this is the point on which I want to end, Priyanka Chaturvedi, what stops Uddhav Thackeray from picking up the phone and talking to Piyush Goyal on migrants, or talking to the Prime Minister, or talking to Hardeep Puri? Why don't you all talk to each other?
No, Mr. Sardesai, these are unnecessary charges that are being made at us. Even in his address yesterday, the CM, Honorable CM, had categorically said that he has spoken to Hardeep Singh Puri ji. We must understand, we have been speaking to the Prime Minister. We've been making our point of view heard. That is, we are not even complaining about that. What I find unfortunate is, just like Hardeep Singh Puri ji tried to, iron out all the differences between the state and the center, and we came across a common ground.
Yes.
The same could have been applied by a Rajya Sabha MP who represents Maharashtra and is also the Minister of Railways. Instead of politicizing it and going on Twitter and talking non-stop about whatever was happening, he could have just picked up the call, or even if not picked up the call, ensure that all the differences were ironed out.
Let's leave it there.
I'd like to leave you with
Let's leave it there. I hope that the next time this can be settled by both sides over a phone conversation. We do not need Twitter wars surely in the age of Corona. Priyanka Chaturvedi, Zafar Islam, appreciate your joining us on My Face Off this evening.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.